Hey friends, how y'all doing tonight? Okay, so this is our quarterly tiered tray video for the people that are in the quarterly tiered tray subscription box group. Give me just a minute, guys. I'm gonna see if I'm live in the right spot, all that good stuff. If you're hopping on, say hi. Okay. Yes, I am. Okay, there's one little... Okay. Alright, guys. So anyways, this is for my quarterly tiered tray box people. So they get a tiered tray box 4 times a year, every 3 months. And every time they get their box, you can get it painted or you can get it blank and paint your own. But I always do this video to give them ideas on how to set it up, little tips and tricks, just an idea, because sometimes people need to see it in order to set it up. So that's why I'm here. If you're hopping on, say hi, so I know I'm not all by myself. Okay, this is not going to take very long. It takes like 10 minutes, if that. So this tier tray I'm using for this set, I think this one's from Hobby Lobby, and they run them on sale like every other week, I believe. So I think this was like 16 bucks if you get it on sale. So not expensive at all. Okay, I know I say this every time I do this video, but I'm serious, guys. This stuff is what I use on all my tier tray sets. And it's backwards to you guys, but it's just Gorilla mounting putty. They make other brands of putty too, but I just use the Gorilla. You can get it on Amazon, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, pretty much anywhere, really. And I use this on my tier trays for all the little pieces. It just makes it much, much easier. As I'm going through this, if anybody has any questions, hi Tracy. If anybody has any questions or any of that, just let me know. And if you're watching the replay afterwards, just comment replay just so it helps the video keep going for those people that haven't seen it yet. So, alright. So, on the banner piece, little banner here, I use red and white string instead of the regular jute. I just put 4 little tiny putty balls on the top of it, and then I stick it right on the tray, just push down, and it squishes the putty into it, and then look, it's not even tied, and it's staying. This is what originally made me get the putty, because I would always put my banners on, and they would always fall. So, yeah. So then once that's on there, I go ahead and tie it around the back. I always start with my banner. I just feel like it's the easiest piece, obviously. Okay, tie your banner on. There's that. We're going to start with the first row first. Let's see. So one of the pieces is this tall piece. Now this piece you can either, obviously in my tray that I'm using, it doesn't fit on the bottom. If you have a bigger tray, some trays, I have a pretty big tray that has like a really big gap, and I could probably fit this on the bottom of that tray, but obviously this one I can't. So this one, I'm going up top. I'm going to try to do this. It's so hard to do it backwards. I'm going to put it right in the middle, leaned up against the center of this pole, and I also have like, I don't know if you can see that little piece of putty. So when you take the putty off, it doesn't tear up the pieces or anything. Now, like once I take this off, I'll just throw it away because you can only really use it once, but there's so much in a pack. Like it would take me like a year to go through all this. So, yeah. So stick this in the middle, and then it kind of gives it a little support with the putty and the thing in the middle. So there's that piece. All right, next piece. Okay, I'm trying to think about what's next. So there's only one, I think there's 2 or 3, can't remember, people that get it painted. So you guys are already ready to go. But for my DIYers, I'm going to share a picture of this tomorrow, just so you have a little guidance if you don't have yours painted yet. On this one, I think I'm going to go, it's so hard to do it backwards. So it's 3 thick, so it stays up on its own. And I think I'm just going to put this to the left a little bit. So if you need to put putty on this, you can. If I was not moving this around, it would stay just fine. But of course, I'm moving it back and forth. Okay, for the next piece, so in your box, you got a ton of these little envelopes. And there's like, I would say, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, at least 12 to 14 of these. So we're going to do a couple little different things with them. The first thing is I'm going to put a piece of putty on the front of this piece, and then I stick it to the back of the tag. And then I'm going to stick it, hold on guys, I got to turn this around. This is hard to do backwards. Hi Erin, tier tray came from Hobby Lobby. They have it in brown and white, and I believe they have black now. And they run on sale every other week. So when it's on sale, it was 16 bucks. It's like one of my favorite ones. I feel like it goes with almost all the sets. Hi Karen, how are you? Did you finish your homework? Okay, good. Alright, so I'm going to leave this tag up. Hold on, I'll show you guys in just a minute. I got to be able to see. So we put that putty on the envelope. And then we put it to the back of the tag. So now it's looking like this. So with the putty on the tag, it helps it stay, and then it sits on this little rim here, so it's all good there. In your box too, you should have had, you see that stuff? This stuff is messy. I know you all know what I'm talking about. You can get it everywhere. So I'm going to put some up front here, just to bring in a little bit of pink. This stuff is so messy. Alright, and then I'm going to take a big handful and I'm going to put it around back, because I just like, when you see through the heart, I feel like if you have stuff back here, it just makes it look fuller. I always put my tier trays backed up against like a wall or my kitchen backsplash, so you don't ever see the back of my tray. So I feel like when you do stuff like that, it just kind of makes it look fuller. I'm going to take 2 more envelopes, and I'm going to just, now that I got that little paper down, I'm just going to tuck them in there. This is so hard to do backwards. Hold on, let me turn around, guys.
Answering questions?
Yeah, I am. Hi, Amanda. Yes, she does. She can always watch the replay if she ain't here, but this is for you people, April and Amanda. I'm doing okay, Karen. I'm a little tired this week coming back from a little break. Getting back into the work swing of things is, kids are back in school, all routine is going back to normal. And the cold and winter makes me tired. Alright, I'm going to try and tuck these 2. I can't remember how I did it before this. I did a little test run before this video, but I can't remember how I did it.
I don't know what to do with myself now.
Let me see if I can remember how I did this. Maybe it was only 1. I don't know, guys. Or maybe I just need a piece of putty.
Yeah.
I think that's what I need. Alright, let me get a piece of putty real quick. I'm going to try to just put it on the bottom, get it to sit on the edge of the little rim here.
Can you put putty on the heart?
Actually, I'm going to put it down further. On the heart? This one? No, it stays on itself, by itself when you're not moving it around back and forth like I am.
That looks like the X one looks like a wiener, like a mini wiener.
Yeah, the one in the middle, the tall one.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm struggling with this right now. I did it just fine before this. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. I'll put one on this heart.
You put very little.
Huh?
You put very little on that.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. Okay, there's that. I'm going to look at my picture real quick and see what I did here. Yeah, I did. I put 2 behind there. I don't know why it's not working now. I'm going to put a little putty and stick the 2 together. Oh, it's because it's these. Look, I already had these 2 together. So I would take a little piece of putty and just stick these 2 together like that. I took a pink one and a red one.
Do you not put them together?
I grabbed from the wrong side. I had previously did all this, and I was like, I'll just, that way I can grab and go.
You can see the putty on there. Oh, never mind. I have it now.
Okay. Alright, guys. Okay, here we go on the top. Now, you can do it however you want. This is just what I did. So, I just like this filled in the back. It just makes it look fuller to me, personally. Okay, on the bottom, the box also came with a set of easels. If you've never gotten a box before, they just slide in to each other and make an easel, and then they can lay flat if you want to put it away. So I take my little set of easels. I'm going to put my XOXO, and I put a little piece of putty. And now I got this envelope over here, so it's going to sit on my easels, and then it's going to sit right above that little ledge right there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Alright, make sure I didn't have no questions. Okay, so normally when I do these boxes, I send everything that you need. Everything you see so far besides the tiered tray is in the box. But this box, I could not send glass jars in the mail. So, you're going to have to, if you want to do it this way, you're going to have to get your own jars. Which these jars, I mean, you can get glass jars anyways. They have them at Dollar Tree. But I couldn't send them in the mail. But I took a piece of ribbon, tied it around the top.
Did you provide the ribbon?
No, I did not. This is just extra. I just thought it. I put the stuff in the glass, and then I was like, it needs something at the top. So I added the ribbon. Put your pink stuff in the bottom, and then put you a couple of those little envelopes in there. Just stack them in there, however, just to make them look. And then I'm going to just put this under here. Now, if you have a taller jar, obviously you want to try and get a shorter jar. If you have a taller jar, obviously you can put it on the top. I'm going to put that there.
Do you provide these?
Yes, everybody got this little pink fill-in stuff came in your box.
There's so many.
And then, and it gets everywhere. And then I have 3 envelopes left. Or no, I have 5. So I glued these 2 together. These were glued, not puttied. And then I'm gonna do that last, but I'm gonna move it back just a little bit so y'all can see. And then I'm gonna take my pink stuff. I'm gonna fill it in here in the front. Try to go around the side a little bit. Fill all that in over here. This stuff goes everywhere. You'll be finding this for months later. Okay, so once you get your little Philly doos in there, your Philly doos, then you're going to tuck the 2 little envelopes. This is so hard to do backwards. I'm going to separate them a little more. Tuck your envelopes in. She's gone. And then I'm going to take an envelope and I'm going to put it behind here against the pole. Just because, again, I like it to look full. So you can't really see it, but from the eye, from the front, it just makes it look fuller. And then I'm going to take my last 2 that I glued together. I'm just going to sit them down here. If you want to putty them and putty them on there, then you can too. But that's it, guys. I'll share a picture tomorrow so you can get a better, obviously this video does not have the best quality of being able to see, but that's it. So everything came in your box except for the glass jar and this ribbon that I added because it was kind of a last minute thought. I'm going to put my tassel there and that's it. Anybody have any questions? Easel, witch's feet. Yep, that's exactly it. Alright guys, if you end up having any questions or people watch the replay and you have a question, just drop them. I always keep an eye on questions and whatnot, but that's it. Hope you all have a good night. Bye.